Barbie, Life of Plastic, it's fantastic. I'll rip the band-aid off quick for you. The song is not in the movie, and that's the least of its offenses. It's the light, cheerful, and fun toy that gives little girls all the freedom of imagination they desire. So when they announced a mega movie with an all-star cast, we rejoiced at the fact that there was going to be a summer hit absent of aliens, superheroes, or depressing real-life events. A happy comedy for all ages and demographics. The return of the classic summer blockbuster. At least that's what they sold us. The story begins, if you can even call it a story, with stereotypical Barbie waking up in Barbie Land, where everything is perfect because the Helen Mirren narrator said so. And all of the Barbies are in charge, leaving the Kens as window dressing for the amusement of the Barbies. Their only goal is to seek attention. You know, a reverse parallel to the real world to revert your expectations. After an admittedly awesome dance party at Barbie's dream house, Ryan Gosling's Ken asks to stay the night without knowing why. You know, because he doesn't even have genitals, but he's still a man. And obviously only cares about his own personal instant gratification. But this is Barbie Land, and that doesn't fly here, so he's quickly dismissed. Barbie then wakes up thinking things no Barbie ever should, and discovers that she's malfunctioning. The other Barbies send her to see Weird Barbie, who was played with too roughly in the real world, so that she might be able to save herself from the same fate. Luckily, Weird Barbie inexplicably knows everything about the real world, the connection between little girls and their dolls, and how to travel to and from Barbie Land. So Barbie takes off on an epic quest to the real world in order to find the girl that plays with her, so that she can restore the connection, and begrudgingly she takes Ken along with her. After being in the real world for all of 5 minutes, where the writers somehow still managed to fit in a countless number of matter-of-fact "you go girls" statements that pass to them as modern jokes, Barbie discovers that the real world is actually awful. She meets Sasha, the girl she thought played with her, who delivers a Thunbergian speech about the evilness of corporate America and rampant consumerism. Oh yeah, and Ken discovers the patriarchy. Barbie is captured by Mattel agents after they discover she's escaped, but Ken manages to return to Barbie Land unhindered to bring back the patriarchy. Because, you know, the Kens have to be the problem rather than providing any support or some kind of help to the Barbies. At Mattel headquarters, it's revealed the company is run by men. Just plain men in plain suits with no names. They try to imprison Barbie forever, but she easily outwits them and escapes with the help from mother-daughter duo Gloria and Sasha, who've got all the likability together as a cocaine-laden fruitcake served at a nunnery's Easter picnic. And she also finds out that she's connected to Gloria, not Sasha.
Twist.
After easily making their way back to Barbie Land, they discover the Kens and the patriarchy have taken over, and then they have an upcoming vote to change the Constitution so that the Kens will be in charge forever. But the Barbies are smarter than that, so they trick the Kens into having a big battle, and then another, I will admit, awesome dance scene, so that they forget about the vote to change the Constitution, and Barbie Land is saved. Which is a good thing, because the Mattel execs were on their way to save Barbie Land, because apparently whatever happens there affects the real world, and they are just men, so they would screw it up. They all agree to have a happy ending, except for the stereotypical Barbie who doesn't know what she wants. That is until the ghost of Ruth Handler, the creator of Barbie, shows up to tell her what she wants, and that it can be anything. And then we end on a vagina joke. I mean, what was that? Who greenlit this project? Who was the executive that saw the final product and thought, yeah, this is what the people want? It's just become so typical of Hollywood to be more concerned with their message about changing the world than actually producing a compelling story that can still convey the same message. All the while, they're still doing the very things that their movies are condemning as evil and the ruin of society. When Barbie first meets Sasha, it takes her and her friends all of 30 seconds to believe without any doubt that their old doll has come to life, just so that the writers could insert a speech condemning the societal image of women, the destruction caused by capitalism, and the perpetuation of rampant consumerism. Meanwhile, Mattel is already selling Barbie movie dolls, let alone that the fact that this film was in part produced by Mattel Movies.
We fixed the glitch.
This is supposed to be original content, but really it's just a Lego Movie redux fitted for Hollywood's holier-than-thou message du jour. A Lego Movie is about finding the courage to believe in yourself, to do the things you want or be whatever you wanted, that anyone could be special, and remembering the joys of childhood innocence and imagination. Barbie's similar theme is centered around young girls and women, which is fantastic and needed today, but the movie is content with simply hitting you over the head and telling you how bad and stupid everyone else is while providing nothing of value. And that's the most frustrating part about Barbie. Writers that seem to think female audiences need their entertainment spoon-fed to them. Like Cardi B in a soup kitchen due to a court-ordered community service, they were too busy lazily serving up context and jokes to exhibit their virtue that they missed out on an opportunity to deliver a generational, gender-defining film. I really liked that Barbies defeated the Kens in the least masculine way possible, that there was no epic fight scene or pigeonholing female characters into male-based decisions and actions. But it was very clear that the writers and creators are in the business of snake oil trading, using the $150 million marketing budget to sell us a lighthearted, forget about the world summer blockbuster, and then giving us this garbage. And they got us too. Barbie is filled with lazy writing, plot holes, plot devices, incomplete and incoherent thoughts. The Lego movie built a whole world and established rules that they actually played by, which is essential for any world-building story. In Barbie, so many questions arise that are never answered or just brushed off with a single motherfucker line to the audience. How do the Barbies know of the real world? Who told them? How does Barbie Land affect the real world if Barbie was invented in the real world? How does Barbie Land affect the real world when they're being played with in the real world? Why is it so easy to travel back and forth, and wouldn't everyone be doing it then? Why do some Barbies have free will but others are sometimes controlled? If they know about the real world, why do they have such a distorted view? How are all the Barbies together in Barbie Land if they are being played with separately in the real world? Why does Mattel Corporation seem it's imaginary but it's actually in the real world? Why does Sasha and her friends so quickly accept that Barbie is real? How does Barbie know about genitals and what the men in the real world are after but doesn't know about a double entendre? How come Ken doesn't know why he wants to stay over, but knows to be embarrassed about not having genitals? How come the Kens can alter the Barbie Land reality? Don't know. Stop asking questions and just consume it and buy more product. And I know what you're thinking. It's just a movie about Barbie toys. They can do whatever they want, but that doesn't mean they should. Even fantasy worlds need established rules so audiences can understand context and feel the consequences and actions of characters are real so that we can relate and become emotionally invested in their stories. Addressing the fact that none of it makes sense with a one-off line just takes away from the gravity of any situation you try to create, even if it's just the Barbie movie. An audience will eventually become uninterested because anything that can happen next will have zero explanation. Barbie is what now passes for the standard of the Hollywood blockbuster. A loaded and bloated cast with bland writing, lazy world building, zero organic character development, and a sole purpose of telling you that everything in society today is bad, destroying the world, and that you need to change it. All while they reap the rewards of our stupidity. This movie is as plastic and empty as the toys themselves. I mean, honestly, just go read a book instead. What do I know? If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't, thank you for watching. See you next time.